So, Somalia.
Somalia, one of the most dangerous places in the world.
Pirates, right?
In the failed state of Somalia, piracy has become a lucrative business.
Western navies are hunting down Somali pirates in the Indian Ocean.
Kidnapping.
It is not a safe place. It is difficult to operate in and is becoming increasingly hazardous. And the worry is now with this kidnapping of an aid worker that could hamper aid work in the country, which needs it so desperately.
Extremists.
2 Americans are among the at least 20 people killed in an attack at a hotel in Somalia.
The terror group Al-Shabaab is claiming responsibility.
What if I told you there was another country inside Somalia that is somewhat unknown to the outside world and doesn't have such horrific events? This is Somaliland.
We're in a war zone. It is dangerous. There is a risk involved.
MAN.
That's my mosquito net that I slept under last night. There's a few mosquitoes around here. Today we are leaving Barao, I think that's how you pronounce it, second biggest city in Somaliland, the autonomous region in the northwest of Somalia. Today we've got a 4 or so hour drive back to the capital city. Along the way though, we're hopefully going to stop in a small village and just see how things go. As you've seen in the last Somaliland videos, people really do not like the camera. If you haven't been watching the videos, we've got an SPU with us, a special protection unit. It's a guy with an AK-47, ex-military, or he's trained in these things because foreigners are only allowed to travel between cities if they are accompanied by one of these guys. There's checkpoints all along the way. They automatically check to see if you are accompanied by one of these security guards, personal security guards, and he keeps an eye on me. So we're gonna hopefully have a chat with him through some broken English and Somali language. Hopefully, ask him a few questions. And when we get back to the capital city, we're gonna find somebody who's come back from another country to live in Somaliland and build a business. So it should be quite interesting to get the perspective of somebody who's come from a different country and started their life back here in their home country. Let's get on the road through the desert.
Ciao.
كورن حقن
خير.
So our SPU has just arrived, you can see there, Ahmed. Now we're on the road. So we just arrived in a little town called Sheikh, and I think I'll just take you for a walk. Seeing as people don't really like the camera, I don't want to point it at people or anything, but I'm going to take a walk, and you can see in the background the people. I'll explain a few things and I'm sure some people will shout out to me or something. Anyway, so you can see the roads there. That road was quite smooth, but in general the roads here are really quite run down. It's so funny, everybody's just staring. This must be an absolute alien sight, seeing a white guy walking down the street with a camera. The road that we're driving on now is pretty smooth, but you do come across a lot of potholes and things just randomly. These are the main roads of the country, these aren't back roads. So that gives you a kind of idea of the infrastructure here. And it's super interesting. You'll see people in the most random of places, like in the middle. Hello, salam. You'll be in the middle of the desert, nobody around. You'll see just a guy chilling in a tree. Salam. You want one? Okay. Salam.
عليكم السلام.
Salam alaikum.
عليكم السلام.
Nick. You?
أحمد.
Mohammed. Okay, nice to meet you.
أنا أحمد.
Ahmed. Mohammed and Ahmed. Alright. Ciao. So yeah, see, people are nice. It's just some people are intimidated by the camera, and I understand it. It's quite an intimidating setup. So yeah, you'll see people in the middle of the countryside, like sitting under ruined cars and under trees and things. You see the damal trees, and damal basically means shelter or something to that effect, or shade, Khaled was saying. Those are like super iconic to me of this area of Africa, those flat kind of flat top trees. I want to talk to you about something quite interesting. I'll just show you over here. You see you'll see these quite a lot all through the cities here, these green buildings, and they've all got different numbers. See, there's some over here, 571, 225. And what this is if you saw one of my first videos from Somalia, this is where they sell cut. Cut is the plant, that highly addictive plant that's illegal in many countries, but it's legal in this area of Africa. It's grown here. It's a huge business. It's millions and millions of dollars worth of this plant, you know. It's a multi-million-dollar business, essentially. And so you'll see these buildings lined up on all the streets. Salam. They sell it everywhere. It must be a huge industry. People are just rolling past in cars. Anyway, I'm going to jump back in the car now. I hope that gives you a bit of a taste. I know it's not too in-depth, but it kind of gives you an idea of the backgrounds and things. Salam. Yeah, people are generally friendly.
You got people sat down on their arse all day chewing card to get out to come see what's happening. I got on Instagram.
Is that quite rare?
Yeah, of course, because they're chilling. Like when they're chewing card, it's meant to be just like a vibe, you know, you chill, you just chew shah, your tea. So, but obviously it's rare. I've never seen it anyway, like a white guy just like walking down the streets in Sheikh. So for them, it must be the same as well. So they just jumped out or something.
Right,
the guy with like a big mouthpiece here, and just like everyone's watching. There was maybe like 2 shouts. That's it. Otherwise, everyone was like loving it, and then the kids were interacting with you. Yeah. No, that's Somaliland, you know. Right. And I learned the key is to walk around with a white guy.
So we just pulled over at this little supermarket, so I thought we'd have a little look at what a Somali supermarket's like.
$1.5, 50 tips Somali shillings.
There you go. I'm not used to dealing with monopoly. That's good? That's how much money you have to hand over to buy a box of oatmeal cookies. 25,000 and 1,000 notes. As I was saying in other videos, people normally pay with their mobile phones. You type in a few numbers with a star, put in the amount, and every register has their own number that you send money to, and it's registered with the banking system via your phone. So money is almost, out of use because you have to have so much. Otherwise you can pay in dollars, but if you pay in dollars, not really many people have change, and if they do, they'll give you a stack of shillings because people don't hold dollars, they just kind of receive them, and then they'll either give change through the money system, through the phone banking system, or they'll give you a stack of cash. So it's pretty interesting. I'm gonna head further down to a cafe, and then we're going to interview the security guy that's with us and ask him a few questions. So we'll jump back on the road. A lot of driving today, through the desert. It is super hot. It is so hot. That supermarket doesn't have air conditioning. It's like a microwave in there. It's intense.
I guess you guys could put this.
What's your name?
Ali.
Ali. Nick. Nice to meet you. Alright. He just wanted a quick photo, right? It's good?
Okay.
Alright. Mahad Simet. So we just stopped at a truck stop and gonna grab a tea and then hopefully interview our man. It was really cool. We pulled up and then the guy working in the cafe came out, set up all these tables for us in pole position, giving us the best treatment. So I've got some bad news. We actually just did an interview with the security SPU, the police officer, and we did the whole interview. I was filming the whole time, and then at the end of it he said, you know, like no YouTube. So it's kind of funny, like we filmed the whole interview and then he said no, you can't put this on because he's police, and I understand that. So I'm just going to share a few things that he said out of respect and not put the video up, but I'm just going to say we asked him about safety here. He said that he feels it's a very safe place. He's married, he's got kids, he's never had to use his gun while doing this job, and he's been doing it for 16 years, so I think that should speak for the safety of this place. Obviously use caution and everything they were saying, but yeah, it's quite safe. Anyway, that's a shame, but you know, that's sometimes how it is. You can't always get the footage. I mean, I could upload it, but that's just really disrespectful after he's been looking after us, and I don't want to get him in trouble or anything. So yeah, we're gonna head back to the capital city now, and we're gonna meet a lady who owns a cookie factory. So we're gonna talk to her and ask her a few questions. Should be interesting. Back on the road, almost through the desert, still a bit more. So we just stopped on the side of the road and they're selling camel milk.
Let's go.
So I'm gonna try it to see. Oh, it's not.
Is it good?
That's nice. Different.
You were saying that it's kind of sweet.
It is. So it's sweet. It's like a different kind of sweet.
Okay.
Lubba.
And so the SPU's buying like some bottles.
No, one's for him, one's for me.
Oh, you're taking one?
I'm taking one, bro, of course.
And how much does it cost?
What's that? Lubba?
21.
21,000 shillings. So that's like
$2.50.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
For
Fresh camel.
For 2 bottles.
For 2 bottles.
Wow. See you tomorrow.
Okay, see you tomorrow. And when time?
8.
8 o'clock.
So we just arrived at the Cookies Time Bakery. So this is Wafa.
Yeah, my
Cool.
name is Wafa.
And this is your bakery here.
Yeah.
Right.
This is our bakery. It's called Cookies Time Bakery. And my name is Wafa Ibrahim. I'm from Saudi Arabia. And the first time I came in Somaliland, and our home is on 2015. When I came on 2015, I have seen that there is a big gap. There's not a lot of pastry or bakery shops in Somaliland, especially in Hargeisa. You look for areas where you can get a nice coffee shop and nice pastries, nice cookies, nice sweets. So we couldn't find that. Right. So that is where the idea came from at the beginning.
And how is it living in Somaliland compared to Saudi Arabia? I'm sure it's a lot different. Do you like it?
Of course. And here, of course, it's my home. And I get access to a lot of things. more than Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is a little bit strict in the system, the regulation, especially when you're a woman. It's not easy to do and to establish business there. And when you're a foreigner, and it's more complicated.
And so you think like in Somaliland has much more freedom for women?
Of course, much more freedom. You can do whatever you want. You can establish your business. It's very safe. And of course, any place there is challenges you will face. But as a woman, I didn't find a lot of complication. The only problem I had was access to finance. But as opening a business and establishing and being in Somaliland as a woman, it was really easy for me compared to Saudi Arabia.
So you think that you'll stay in Somaliland for the rest of your life?
And I'm planning to open more businesses. I'm planning to expand this business. Yeah.
You've talked about the positives of living here. What are the negatives compared to Saudi?
And the negative is that, of course, it's not a rich country and the population is not a lot. So there is a big challenge when you're opening a business, especially when it's and challenging business which is new in the market, like pastries and bakery and those stuff. And you have to convince them. You have to show them what is the product. And represent it in a good way, that you have to teach them what are these products. So those are the challenges. There's not a lot of factories here. The packaging material we have to import, the ingredients, the chocolates, a lot of the stuff we have to import. So that is a lot of cost, yeah.
Where do you import from primarily?
All over, maybe Middle East and China and India, a lot of places, yeah.
For things in Somaliland like healthcare, roads.
Yeah, of course.
What is that a lot different to Saudi and Somaliland?
No. Of course, it's a big challenge that there is a lack of education and even the medication here, and those are really, it's not area that encourages the person to move to here, and especially when you have kids, because I have 2 kids, so hospitals here are honestly horrible. It's not reliable, and also and the education. They're trying. There's a lot of private schools. They're trying their best, but it's not still up to the standard. And the roads, of course, and the infrastructures here. A lot of negative sides there is, but those are in general. Those are the challenges that and the obstacles that we are facing as a population, all of us. Education and health care and infrastructures. All those are really not in good condition. You have to adapt. You have to adapt, and you have to get along with all these obstacles you have and try to make it your business, make it up. I mean, you have to. And how can I explain it? You have to try. You have to think about ways that you pass these challenges and get used to it and adapt and create the best opportunity.
And do you guys have an Instagram or something that I can link down below?
We have Kyrgyzstan Bakery.
Okay.
On Facebook, we have website, Instagram. Yeah, those are the social media.
Thank you for taking the time.
Yeah,
appreciate it. Yeah. So Khaled's gonna taste test one of these special cookies.
One of these Nutella-filled cookies. Let's try it. I can't talk right now. I'm busy.
But you give it the approval, right?
Of course. I love this stuff, man.
All right, straight to dinner. All right, so we've made it back to Khaled's house. I'm staying at Khaled's house tonight. He's kindly invited me to stay. We just picked up a bunch of Somali food from a restaurant, and we're gonna, sit down, have a bit of a taste test.
I don't need a plate.
So you can see we've got our dishes lined up here, and we've got a huge collection of different things. This one's quite traditional, right?
All of them comes with Ano Gale, imagine having 5 Ano Gale. Sorry, it's camel milk.
Camel milk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine having 5 cups of camel milk. That'll be a lot.
Right. Yeah, well, this is so much food, and this is
So this I think it's like sweet corn. This is called shuro. I know that for sure.
Right.
Which is maize. This is like kidney beans. This is like porridge.
All right.
Yeah, with olive oil and honey. Okay, so I got a sabaya. It's called fadired, which is like a mixture of things. It's like sabaya or chapati, depending where you're from. Mince meat, salad, and banana, kind of like all mixed, and egg as well.
And this is the...
Oh, this is the shuro. And this is the one everyone has lunchtime. This is maize with honey.
That's really good.
That's the best. That's why everyone loves it.
Nice.
Let's dig in. Like, no more talking, bro. I'm hungry. You got me videoing when I'm hungry.
Another day done and dusted. About to hop in this bed behind me. In the next video we're heading to the Ethiopian border, so it should be pretty exciting. I have been to Ethiopia on the other side of the border, so it'll be interesting to see it from this side. Somaliland has been intense, but the people have really shined through as the highlight for me. As you can see from the interview that we did with Wifa in the cookie shop, you know, you saw the negatives, but you also saw the positives of the people, and I think that's a good base to start from. You know, once you get the healthcare and the infrastructure, it's a big job to undertake, but you can see that they're taking action and trying to improve the country. It's got a long way to go, but I think it's got potential. On that note, I'll see you for the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.